Hey, Baba, nice to
Pratap knows about this punctuality because Baba once told about the importance of punctuality to Pratap. Pratap uncle.
Contrariety?
that you
Yeah.
are true, you are true, you are true, because it had been our practice always, especially when I was in Mumbai. I have never used to go late. I will go just 5, 10 minutes before and then sit up to the end, not move from that place. And that has happened everywhere, wherever I went for a program. I will sit there for the whole time and attending well in time. Now, the opening words which I said, uh, never too late, never too early, just in time. That Dr. Gani used to say very often. Whenever he comes to our meeting, he will stand there with his stick and then say, never too early, never too late, just in time, and then he will take his seat. So I just imitated him. I have to make sure whether you all hear me properly,
Yes.
clearly.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, we are hearing you properly. So I think we can start now. So thank you, Pratap uncle, for joining, and everybody can now unmute and say, we'll say 3 times Avatar Mere Baba Ki Jai, and then everybody can unmute, and then Pratap uncle can take over from there. So 3 times Avatar Mere Baba Ki. Avatar
Meher Baba ki jai.
Jai.
Har Meher Baba
Meher
ki
Baba
jai.
ki Jai.
Jai. Avatar
Har Meher
Meher
Baba
Baba
ki
ki Jai.
Baba ki jai.
Jai Baba, everybody.
Yeah, now.
Yes.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
Now we can hear you.
Now this today today's today's 1st of October. October is a very important month, very auspicious month in our lives, in the life of all the Pune people, especially the Bhajan Mandali. The month of October has been a very, very, very auspicious month, because in this month, in the month of October, on 16th, in the year 1950, we first time met Meher Baba in Mahabaleshwar. That is, yes, it was the greatest event in our lives, everybody's life. But then our Pune Center has made it a special program on this particular occasion. Every year, we have a special occasion, a special program for this occasion. Then these people all over the world, all over India, they were not celebrating particularly this day. But for the Pune people, it was really very important day. And then most of the people in Pune, they had met Baba first time on 16th of October, 1950. So with this, I just connect myself with the talk which I had given last time. You see, whenever I prepare, I just put before my eyes different subjects or different incidents to be discussed here. I there are so many things which come to my mind, and then I am a little bit of puzzle that which I should take up now. And every time it happens, and then I have to pick and choose and then narrate here. Now, this last time when I had said that about the evil eye, I had said something about that, and the occasion was that Mani was discharged from the hospital, and she had come back to Mirazad, and I just went to meet her there. And when she was sitting on her wheelchair in the open compound, I asked as to what had happened to her, and they, she, in her usual musical style, she said that what happened is that Drishta Lagli, Drishta Lagli, Drishta Lagli, with that accent, she said, Drishta Lagli means I had come under an evil eye. That is the meaning of it. That is what we had composed one drama play, and we had presented it during the Amar Tithi, and reminding me of that time, she uttered these words, Drishta Lagli, Drishta Lagli. Now, I have some very interesting story to tell about this Drishta. Usually, it is a faith. It is a faith conviction among the ladies, Indian ladies, that whenever the children, especially either girls or boys, young boys or girls, they perform before lot of people, and everybody's attention is focused on the children. Then when the children after performance, so many people carry them, so many people kiss them, so many people embrace them, and so many people just have the words of praise for these children. And when the children come home, the first duty that the chief woman of that house, she will take in her in her hands, in her palm, uh, yes, a few. Uh, I mean this uh,
Mustard, mustard,
mustard,
seed,
yes, mustard and chili,
chili,
I
red
mean
chili.
green chili and salt also, salt, crystal salt. That take the, and then from the top to bottom, she will wave like this, just uttering something that it, whatever evil eye must have fell on that child, it should go away like this, and then throw that thing in either in the water or in the fire. This is very, I mean, common belief among the Indian ladies. I do not know about the Western world, but it is very common with any child performing good among so many people. When he returns home, then invariably the chief woman will do these things. It is in our house also that has been followed the same way. Once it so happened, now, this is a really question whether that what is called as the evil eye, that causes some trouble to that particular person on whom that evil eye has failed. We have noticed, in fact, I also personally have noticed that if a child in the arm, if the child in the arm has been handled several times by several people, and when the child is taken by his or her mother, then that child is not in a mood. At times, it is not in a mood. It will cry, it will shout out, and it will shirk off whatever is offered to him, and he will refuse to take milk and all that. And very strangely, that behavior of that child changes. And once this process is done, then the child becomes calm and quiet and very receptive. He or she will laugh and play and will be very much playful and all that. She will come to her or his original mood. That even I have noticed. Now, what is this actually evil eye? It's a matter of understanding, a discussion, and maybe there may be controversial views on this point. But I tell you something about an incident which had happened in Guru Prasad, right in front of Meher Baba. The evil sound has obstructed me. the sound of the airplane. We are very close to the airport. So now, once in Guru Prasad, Baba was sitting there. It was a sort of a darshan program for all the people, for close families. There used to be, when we talk of darshan program, that darshan program has a specific process. I mean, just form a queue and go before Baba and bow down to him, put your head on his feet and all that. But usually that never used to be every time. Baba would like people to come and sit in his company, and most of the time, whenever there is we will call it as a savas program. Baba is giving his savas to all the families. So all the families are sitting there, and Baba is sitting on his chair, cushion chair, and one girl. That girl was from Thade family. Thade family is a very strong lover of Meher Baba, very strong lovers of Meher Baba. That have the people, some of the people from that family had been the cause of spreading Baba's name in Pune. So that from that family, a very young girl, maybe something about 5, 6 old, she performed a dance before Baba. And she was looking so very beautiful and so very, her actions were so very attractive and so very nice. And Baba looked at her, and then Baba asked her mother, "You have not put that black spot on her cheek." You understand what I say? For to save the child from an evil eye, they put a black spot somewhere here on the face, especially on the cheek. And Baba is asking that girl's mother why she has not put that black spot on her cheek. Now that mother is a little bit puzzled, but she said that Baba, she is dancing before you. And there is no possibility of any, any evil eye troubling her. And Baba made a very profound statement. Baba said that my I will tell on her. Baba is pointing to himself. My eye will fall on her, and she may come into trouble. And what is that trouble? Baba said, don't take it easily. My eyesight, my eyesight. If it falls, I will take that child to me. It's a very strange reply Baba had given. And thereafter, all the ladies from our family, they started very particularly about putting that black mark on their cheek. This is something very unusual, because not unusual. I wouldn't say not unusual, but very explanatory from Baba's side. And God knows how much importance, see everybody's business, how much importance to be given to that. But Baba had said that if my sight falls on her, I will take that child back. This is very strange. Now this is in connection with the last time's talk. Now, once it so happened that when I was preparing for this talk, I had one very long song in my mind with explanation and with several incidents connected with that subject. But then I felt that the time will be short to tell all these stories connected with every stanza. and that will be a long process, and we may not have that much of time to complete it in that scheduled time. So I have taken a couple of other incidents which I feel that I have not narrated on this platform. One is I have stated it elsewhere, but not in this, not before this circle of friends. It so happened that once certain time, some of our office bearers from Pune Center, especially K.K. Ramakrishna, who was the secretary, and one by name Mr. Bhausar. Bhausar was one of the trustees. Ramakrishna was also one of the trustees, but he was also a secretary. So these both, they had formed their own program. And what was the program? That in the evening time, they will take their bicycles after they are free from their office work. They come together. They will take their bicycles and go from village to village. In a particular village, they go there. They will collect the people. They will first contact the chief of that village, and then with his help, they will collect the people and tell them about Meher Baba and Baba's advent on this earth and all that things. This is a Christian missionary type propaganda, which we are not doing that. We didn't like to do that, in fact. But then they were very keen to spread Baba's message, Baba's name among the people, and they used to arrange such visits. Once it so happened that now here in India, especially, every village has got some deity, a goddess, who is supposed to be the goddess for that village. Gav Devi, it is called Gav Devi. This is the Devi of that village. Then invariably, practically in every village, there will be some dargah or the tomb of a saintly person, especially from the Sufis. Some Sufi saints, some tomb will be there, and people will pay respects there. On the outskirts of Pune, there was one place by name. It is still there. The name of that village was Dapodi. Dapodi. It is on the outskirts of towards Bombay, on the outskirts of the boundaries of Pune. And there, these people had. There was a yearly urus, that is called urus. 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 A yearly festival in the name of that pig or the Gaudivi, whatever it may be. So there is the yearly festival. Now, in that festival, what happens is people are in a mood of enjoying. They enjoy. They gather together just to enjoy. There are several means of enjoyment. There are, just merry-go-round, then the circle revolving around like that. Then some magic shows and some stalls and everything was, and some what we call legion, that on a big drum, beating that drum and playing with some instrument in their hands. That is called legion, and there is a lot of sound everywhere. There is a crowd of people, so many people shouting and this and that and all. There is a wrestling, there is a boxing, there is this and that, and there is aiming with artificial guns and this. So many entertainment things are there. They are displayed, and people are interested in going through all that. Now, at such a place, our people, our two people, they thought it wise to arrange for a Baba program, because lot of people gather there, and it will be very good for us to arrange a program at such a place so that many people will come to know about Meher Baba. Now look at the scene. Everywhere there is a very crowdy people with a big sound, so many mics and this and that, lighting and everything is there, all decorations and lightings and we were given a space just adjacent to that village, but little bit away, little bit aside. There was a what we call a platform around a big tree, and on that they had made arrangement for our sitting. And mic arrangement was there, lighting was there, and then our people were all present. The Bhajan Mandali members and everybody was there, and the speaker was that was selected for that occasion was Bal Natu. I do not know whether anyone of you have seen Bal Natu. He is such a slim and very frail person. So he was selected to give a talk there. That talk was to be naturally in Marathi because that was the area of Marathi people. And what happened is that when we started the program, exactly at that opportune time, what is a fixed time, we started our program. To our misfortune, the lights went off and the mics refused to work. It was all stopped. And then they have somehow running from here to there, they collect some of the gas lantern and they put around us, and then we were supposed to perform, give a program, singing program before all these people. Now then look at the scene, everywhere it is dark. At some around us there are some gas stoves, gas lanterns, and we are sitting there with harmonium and tabla and everything, and we are singing. How far our voice can reach? It cannot reach at the extreme end. But then, but then, we were just helpless. We just completed our job, and we got up from there because it was turn for Barnatu to give his speech. Luckily, Barnatu could manage to give a speech because one thing that he was very weak and very thin person, having very low voice, and he is giving a talk where there is no mic system working. And at such a place, the whole program was over, and somehow we could complete that program, and then we returned to our homes. After a couple of days, when we went to Guru Prasad, must have been on some Sunday, next Sunday, we went to Baba, and there was a complaint against us. And that complaint was that, Baba, we arrange programs at several places just to spread your name and your message of love. But the Bhajan Mandali, they are not properly cooperating with us. That was a complaint against the Bhajan Mandali. Baba is listening very keenly to their complaint, nodding his head like that. And that complaint is just spoke out before Baba. Baba, this is the thing that these people, they don't cooperate with us, and we have a handicap. And on such occasions, I do not know why, but Baba used to ask me to stand up and tell the whole story, what had happened. So Baba asked me, why this complaint against you people, against the Bhajan Mandali? Why this complaint? Do you agree that you do not cooperate with these people? And then I narrated the whole story in details. right from the beginning till end. I told Baba that such and such one that the program was taken at a place where there is an atmosphere of enjoyment, and Baba knew that. Baba knew such a what happens during this urus. Baba must have, in his early age, Baba must have attended so many such programs because Babajan also every year there is a urus. So all these urus there, Baba must have enjoyed that. Baba must have gone there. Baba must have witnessed that. So Baba knew what happens there. And when I narrated that Baba, it was a day of urus of that saintly person, and then Baba started, listening very carefully what I say. And I told Baba that at such a place, the program was arranged. And for our misfortune, when we started the program, the lights were off. They were gone off. And also the mic refused to speak out. So whatever best we could do, we have done there. But looking to the situation in which we are placed in, nothing more could be expected from us. And I also told Baba that even Parnath had a lot of difficulty in speaking out whatever he wanted to speak out about you. And after listening to that, every detail of that program, Baba told these who had complained against us. Baba said that you should have sense as to which place should be selected for giving such a program. You should see to the convenience of these people of the Bhajan Mandali, where this is convenient time for them, whether they can attend this program conveniently without anything lingering on their minds, whether they are free to attend this program and to perform, whether the sitting place is nice for them, whether the listeners are in a good discipline, whether the instruments are nice in a working order, and whether every arrangement is up to the mark, then you can expect the people to perform. But when you are putting them in such a situation when they whatever labor they may put in, it's not possible for them to shout out. Singing is not shouting. And last Baba said that you should look to all these aspects while arranging a program. You have to consider in all these aspects. And the last he said, you have also to see the mood of the singer. You have also to see the mood of the singer. And Baba added, I know what he's singing. I had also been singer in my early age. So what singer needs, I know very well. You people who do not know it. So this whole decision was from our side when Baba heard the whole story about this program. That was one incident, very, very beautiful incident which had happened in Pune. Now, at certain time, Mani was so very frustrated because whatever comes before Baba, Baba would say, ask Mera. Whatever she says, it should be carried out. That's all. everything comes before Baba, and wherein Mera was to be involved, Baba would ask all the other ladies to follow what Mera says. Once Mani was so very frustrated, she said, Baba, you are every time you have just Mera, you do that. And you ask us to follow whatever she says. If tomorrow she says, listen carefully. Mani says to Baba, if tomorrow Mera says that the earth is flat, not round, so you will say yes. And the strange answer which Baba gave was, yes, I will say yes. I will say what Mera says. If Mera says that the earth is not round but flat, if she says so, I will also say yes. What Mera says is correct. But why for? Why I say so? It's a beautiful analysis which Baba has given. Beautiful answer which Baba has given. Baba has said, in order that you should understand how you should love me, I am demonstrating my love for Mera in such a way that what she says is the last word for me also. So when you love me, that is how the way I love Mera, that is how you should love me. That is the Mushuda and Baba has given to all the ladies, and it applies to every one of us. That certain times there was no scope for any argument before Baba. When Baba says it was, Baba's word is the last word. Certain times it used to happen that a particular thing Baba says, and the opposite person who is listening to that talk, Baba, he said, no, Baba, it cannot be so. And outwardly it would look that whatever Baba says is not correct. It will look outwardly that what Baba says is not correct. But Baba says that when I say it, you should accept it. Whatever the world may deny that, world may not think it otherwise. But you are my followers. When I say a particular thing, even if really it is wrong, you have to say yes, that is correct. And there are several such incidents wherein this topic had come before Baba, and Baba had given his own ruling on that. It's a very, what should I say, very beautiful lesson for all of us. That once I had read in one of the books, maybe Love Alone Prayers or How the Master Works, either of these two books, it so happened that at certain point, Baba had said something, and Baba's younger brother, youngest one, Adi Junior, knew what he said, that Baba, on such and such occasion, you had said it differently. And you are saying it quite contrary to that what you have said earlier. See, Baba makes some certain statement. Baba's youngest brother challenges that statement, reminding Baba whatever he had said earlier about the same topic. And now he is speaking quite contrary to that whatever he had said earlier. And Baba said then, whatever I say now, if in the eyes of the people, if it is wrong, when I say it, it will turn into truth. Whatever I say from a worldly point of view, it may be untrue, but when I say it, it will turn into truth. A wonderful explanation which Baba had given there, and so many such incidents. At times, Baba would say, certain times Baba would say that people used to wonder why Baba says so, why Baba does this, or why Baba does that. And Baba would at times say, am I a fool? Am I fool to do that? I do it very consciously. I know what I am doing. That was the last word Baba used to say. I know what I am doing. So you have not to question. It is in everybody's life. When we are connected with God man or a godly raised person, so we have no other go but to follow him the way he wants to follow. And if we are able to do that, perhaps there won't be anything left to achieve for us. This today I was in a mood to explain one song before you, wherein there are several stories, small stories, some incidents of Baba's time, and some of the stories from other sources, other scriptures. But then that would have been a long time. It would have surpassed the time schedule that we have at our disposal. So I have avoided to say that. But one more topic which I'm in a mood to start, because today this is the month when most of the people from Pune, they had met Baba in Mahabaleshwar first time. How this Pune center came into existence. It is a very long story and a very beautiful story, I would say. Very beautiful story. Baba had left Pune and proceeded to Mumbai to stay in Manzili Meem. In Manzili Meem stayed for about 11 months or so. So Baba left from Pune, from the Jhopadi, from that hut where he had stayed last. From there, they all shifted. Along with all the paraphernalia, they went to Mumbai and accommodated themselves in that Manzili Meem. Thereafter, after that 11-month period, Baba went to Nagar on some occasion, and thereafter he happened to visit all that Arangao village, and thereafter he sat under that tree, and then people, where I mean, just he looked to that whole place which was belonging to Adi Senior's family, and then thereafter the ashram was established there. Then Baba had given option to the people who had accompanied Baba in Manzili Meem. There were 40 people, just mind well, because in Pune, all these people from Mohammedan communities, they had all gathered together around Baba, and Baba led them to Mumbai. All these people accompanied Baba to Mumbai, and thereafter Baba shifted to Arangao, Mehrabad. And that time, Baba gave option to many people to they can go to their families, and when need call them. Accordingly, some people like Dr. Ghani, like Khak Sahib, and many others, they went and to stay with their families. But some very selected people like Eraj and some other, they stayed with Baba. So right from that time, Baba left in 1922 or so. Right from that time up to 1947, in spite of the fact that there were so many families which had come in Baba's contact very closely, there was no movement for creating a organized center in Pune. In fact, there was no on the part of anyone to spread Baba's name in and around the city of Pune. Pune is Baba's birthplace, very important place of historical importance. For ages, it will be recognized as a place of birth of Avatar. At such a place, there was no activity whatsoever in the name of Meher Baba. And all that activities was started in the year 1947. Just look at the gap of the period 1922 1947. In 1947, one Mr. Ramchandra Gadekar, he was working in government department. He was transferred to Pune. He was very staunch lover of Meher Baba. He had served in Baba's ashram, Baba's school, Hazrat Babajan school as a teacher. And then he came and stayed in Pune because of the government service or transfer to Pune. From that, he started telling people about Meher Baba. So that was the time, all this moment of spreading the name of Meher Baba in and around Pune that started. And of course, just before that, when Baba was, just before that, Baba, after the 11th period, in that state of spiritual ecstasy, or sort of he was not conscious of the worldly affairs. He was not conscious. He was moving like a person, a usual person, but really speaking, he was not. His movements were like an automation. So Baba had, after coming to little consciousness, he had started telling people about spiritual truths. He started giving discourses on spiritual matters. And all the people who had gathered around Baba, most of them were from the Muslim community. Muslims are very fanatic people. They don't recognize anyone else than Allah. Even Hazrat Muhammad, they don't take it to be advent of God. He is a messenger. So such people had gathered around Baba, and Baba had started courses to the. Thereafter, on the incident of Baba's mother, Shirin, she was very much after him because Baba he had stopped abruptly his studies. He stopped his studying. He was not taking any interest in his worldly life. He was not getting himself employed anywhere. He was not, getting busy in earning something for the family. And all sorts of his whole life course was changed. And that time, Baba's mother, she got a sari shop in Kasbapet, and the whole activities from that place, earlier place, they were camp area. The first was camp area. From there, it was shifted to Kasbapet, and from Kasbapet, it was shifted to Ferguson College, Jopri. So all this process, our K.K. Ramkrishna used to say that the establishment of Pune Center, or a center in Pune, was first started by Meher Baba himself. The first activity of spiritual activities in the form of a center was first started by Meher Baba himself. He had started giving discourses at Camp Area. Thereafter, he started holding programs at Kasbapet. Thereafter, he shifted to Jhopadi. There also so many people who gather there, and they used to have spiritual discourses and discussions and all that matter. So that start of that spiritual activity was done by Meher Baba himself in his own birthplace. But the momentum was given thereafter. After Baba left Pune, he didn't come and stayed in Pune thereafter. He was staying outside of Pune. He used to visit Pune, but not stayed in Pune for a longer time, for a longer duration. He never stayed in Pune. So he had started. It was started by Mehrabab himself, and the momentum was taken when Gadekar, he had started a gathering at his own place, place of residence. And some of the people known to him, some of the old associates, they had started coming to him, coming to that program. Even I was very young then. I had also attended certain times in that programs. So that activities in a regular form that had started at Gadikar's place. And at the same time, there were singing programs, but singing of devotional songs at various other places. Now, before Gadekar came in Pune, just before that, there had already been some programs, some singing programs, some bhajan programs at different places in different families, but not in the name of Meher Baba. Because Meher Baba was not known to anyone then. It is only after Gadekar came in contact with these people, the people knew about Meher Baba, and thereafter they started Meher Baba programs at their respective houses. This went on quite right, and then the whole group and at that particular time, there was an entry of Dr. Ghani in this group. And Ghani was such a person. I do not know why, whether he had anticipated the whole period of his lifetime. But he seemed to be in a hurry to give whatever he had with him about Meher Baba. He very lavishly distributed that knowledge, those memories of his life with Baba. And his talks were so very interesting. I remember that for hours together, we'll sit at one place, we will not move from that place. We won't like to move from that place. They were so very involving programs, on talks given by Dr. Ghani. All that he had in his mind, all that he had gathered throughout his life with Baba, he had just spoken to us. The period before Baba proceeded to new life, just before that, Dr. Ghani used to talk about his early life in the lanes and bylanes of that area where they were staying. They were the neighbors of the next door neighbors of each other. The families were living in the same area. And as the young boys, they used to fight with each other. They used to play with each other. They used to play several games. Then they used to quarrel with each other. Merwan will solve their quarrels. He was very known for solving the quarrels. And that was the life Dr. Ghani used to explain to describe to us. It was very interesting talk, very, very interesting. That was the topic of that time. One, Baba's early life, or Dr. Ghani and Baba's early life in those lanes and violins in that area of Baba House. And also the period during which Baba was staying in Manzil-e-Mim. And Dr. Ghani had also went to stay with Baba in Manzil-e-Mim. In fact, Dr. Ghani had a dispensary, a homeopathy dispensary in Mumbai. But that was not running well. And what Ghani used to say is, it's a very interesting way of Ghani explaining the thing. Ghani said that what had happened was once Baba visited his dispensary, Baba's place of staying, Manzili was quite far away from that place. But Baba went to visit that dispensary and looking at the whole thing, Baba said, "How dirty you are keeping your dispensary. Don't you sweep the dispensary? How you are going to get customers for this type of clinic?" And Dr. Ghani used to say, "This is not reported in the books. This is not reported in any of the Baba's life books. But personally, I remember Dr. Ghani had said that the first time when Baba visited his dispensary, looking at the whole place, which was very dirty with dust and all that, Baba took broom himself and swept the whole area, whole room, whatever it may be. Baba himself swept the whole room. And Dr. Ghani used to say, he has not swept the room. He has swept all my practice. He has washed off all my medical practice. And thereafter, Ghani was just circumstances had compelled him to join Baba in Mandir. This is preliminary course of the Pune Center, as it is proceeding to have a definite shape. Dr. Ghani's talks are very important, very, very important in all that course of happening during that time. Because after Ghani came into picture, Gadikar had his own way of telling the people. He had some connections with mostly of the business people, and he used to concentrate there. But Dr. Ghani was concentrating on all the young boys and girls, where our meeting would be at a place, a government place, which had a very big hall, quite a large hall. That was a place in the area of a government hostel. There was free hostel which was run by government. And Mr. Thade, one Mr. very staunch lover of Meher Baba, who became staunch lover of Meher Baba thereafter, he was the superintendent of that hostel, and I was an inmate of that hostel. Along with other people also, a couple of boys were there. I mean, 5-6 boys were there who were interested in knowing about Meher Baba. I used to move with Thade so much so that I used to practically attend many of Baba programs. So that gradually the whole activity was coming to a shape, a definite shape. And when it was likely to take a good shape, Baba picked up Dr. Ghani for New Life. Baba went on New Life, went away on New Life. Dr. Ghani joined Baba in New Life. And there was a sort of one may say that the gap in only the method of conducting the program. Programs were being conducted thereafter also, but then that main source that has gone away for us, main source of information that had gone away. But thereafter, the group had taken a very nice shape that I will explain next time. But before that, I will just, as usual, I will sing one song. Only 5 minutes are left there, but I'll take a little bit more time. Little time. यार की मर्जी के ताबे यार कदम भर के दे यार की मर्जी के ताबे यार कदम भर के दे यार की मर्जी के ताबे यार कदम भर के दे यार की मर्जी के ताबे यार कदम भर के दे अर्ज़े मतलब करके देखा अर्ज़े मतलब करके देखा तर्क मतलब करके दे अर्ज़े मतलब करके देखा तर्क मतलब करके दे यार की मर्जी किताबें यार का दम भर के दे यार means your friend, in this case he is our beloved, so we resign to the will of the beloved. That is what the song says. We resign to the will of your beloved. Until this time you had always kept on demanding. Now start renouncing those demands. अर्ज़े मतलब करके देखा तर्क मतलब करके देख. You have collected so much for yourself. Now one by one you try to renounce everything from your life. That is the meaning of this. यार की मर्जी के ताबे यार का दम भर के दे अर्ज़े मतलब करके देखा अर्ज़े मतलब करके देखा करके मतलब करके दे अर्ज़े मतलब करके देखा करके मतलब करके दे बेइरादा मरने वाले बेइरादा मर के दे बेइरादा मरने वाले बेइरादा मर के दे सब तमाशे कर चुका है सब तमाशे कर चुका है भी तमाशा करके दे सब तमाशे कर चुका है भी तमाशा करके दे। बेइरादा मरने वाले बिल इरादा मर के देख। You are living a life without any purpose. Just eat, live happily. That is the only course of your life. That is the only object of your life. Eat, drink, and live a comfortable life. That's all. Not beyond that. No search beyond that. No thought of, further life. So he says that you have lived this life without any purpose for all these years. Now, every game you have played, सब तमाशे कर चुका. Every type of game you have played. Let us play now this another game of further search for a good life. बेइरादा मरने वाले बेइरादा मर के दे। सब तमाशे कर चुका है वो, सब तमाशे कर चुका है भी तमाशा करके दे। यार तेरा है तो फिर सारी है तेरी कायनात। यार तेरा है तो फिर सारी है तेरी कायनात। सबको अपना करने वाले, सबको अपना करने वाले, उसको अपना करके दे। सबको अपना करने वाले, उसको अपना करके दे। यार तेरा है तो फिर सारी है तेरी कायनात। When your beloved belongs to you, the whole world. When only beloved belongs to you, the whole world belongs to you. यार तेरा है तो फिर सारी है तेरी कायनात। सबको अपना करने वाले, उसको अपना करके दे। You are accepting in your life everyone. But now you accept him in your life. Him means your beloved God. You accept him in toto for your life, for the base of your life. You accept him, and then see what happens. What miracle takes place in your life. सबको अपना करने वाले, उसको अपना करके दे। सबको अपना करने वाले, उसको अपना करके दे। छोड़ भी दे मुझको मेरे हाल पर ये चारागर। छोड़ भी दे मुझको मेरे हाल पाए चारागर अक्ल के दुश्मन ही भरोसा करके दे अक्ल के दुश्मन गुना पर भी भरोसा करके दे। छोड़ भी दे मुझको मेरे हाल पर ए चारागर। He is telling all the medical practitioners, may they be doctors, or may there be Ayurvedic Vaid, or may there be, I mean, what you call herbal medicine. There is specific word for that, Hakim. He is telling them that you leave me to my fate. Don't bother for me. You leave it to my fate. And my friends, have faith in God. I have faith in that beloved. Because after all, he is the one who takes care of everyone, including the doctors. So leave me to his care, to the care of my beloved. That is the underlying meaning in this beautiful meaning in that. Last stanza is करके दुनिया करके उकूबा करके मौला करके दुनिया करके उकूबा करके मौला करके दुनिया करते हुक्मा करके मौला करके तर यानी यार जीने की आदत करके दे यानी आरज़ू जीने की आदत करके दे यानी आरज़ू जीने की आदत करके दे। तरके दुनिया तरके उक़बा तरके मौला तरके दे। Leave, renounce this word, renounce that word, renounce even God, renounce God. Tarke mola tarke tark. Tark means to renounce. And renounce the very thought of renouncing. He says, renounce this word, renounce that word, renounce even God, and renounce the very thought of renouncing. And that is how try to live a life of purpose. That is how to live a life of having a spiritual goal. करके दुनिया के हुक्मा करके मौला करके तर यानी जीने की आदत करके दे यानी आरज़ू जीने की आदत करके दे। सप्तमा कर चुकाए भीतर माशा करके दे। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
Beautiful.
I have crossed the timing.
No. Very good. So anybody, any questions, any comments, anything?
Pratap?
Kaka, I'm sorry, Betty. Go ahead, Betty.
I'm just speaking for Rosalie. She asked me please to tell her she had to leave early, and she loves being here. And she wanted to tell you thank you very much, and she wanted especially to say thank you, and she'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kaka,
Yes,
whole
please.
October first week, as you know that all Baba lovers, August, September, October, and
Yes,
November
yes.
1st, 2nd, 3rd is a very important day, especially
Yes, yes.
October. Today is the day when Krishna Nair rejoined Baba. And second is the day when Darwin Shah joined Baba and Mehru born on 1930, Mehru Irani. And third is
Mhm.
Shatrughan Kumar joined Baba.
Yes,
And
yes.
sixth is the day Jal Kherawala joined Baba. Seventh is the day Baba discarded alphabet board. And
Yes,
seventh
yes.
is the day Balnathu joined Baba in 2013. And then we
Yes.
have 13th October is Irish Mama's birthday. And 15th is the day when on 1918 Perfect Master Shirdi Sai Baba joined Baba. And
Oh, nice, nice.
15th is the day,
Yeah.
15th is the day Mera Mai first had a glimpses of Baba in 1922.
Oh my God.
And 17th is the day the last time Baba met Upasni Maharaj at Dahigao in 1941. You know
41.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Then 23rd is Bauji's rejoined Baba. And 30th
Yes.
is the very where, and between that, we also remember 16th October to 23rd, Baba stayed in Manonash cave in Hyderabad. Manonash work was started there, ended on at
Very,
Mehrabad
very,
city.
very useful information you are giving. You are, in fact, you should be called as an encyclopedia of all these events. But
And
one
30th,
don't know.
point
I
before
don't.
I'll just say, 30th is a very important day where Gani
Yes,
has
yes,
written New Life song.
yes, yes. One I have not heard from your talk about Sai Baba dropping his body.
Yeah, that is on
That,
15th.
that was 16th of October.
Yeah, 1980.
That was 16th. Yes, that was 16th of October. Nice, Merchant. I'm very thankful to you. Very, very beautiful example.
And one more
Merchant, you
thing is,
forgot one important thing is October 16th.
yeah,
It's
of
also
course I said
Pratap
so.
Uncle's birthday.
New Life. Oh, you
So
have to
you,
celebrate. Yeah,
you have
he
to
has a
even
New
note
Life
down
to us.
that. So Pratap Uncle's birthday is on October 16th. You have to note down that.
Oh, New Life.
Jai Baba. Yes.
And
Jai
Pratap Kaka,
Baba.
you are talking about the evil eye. I remember one of the Baba's picture when he was coming at the old woman, old Parsi lady. She was taking the what he called Drishti Nikalde na bolte na, what he called. She took something, Nariyal or I don't know what thing. She took 3 times on Baba's this thing, and then she thrown it and kissed Baba's cheeks later on. With she just wiped with the water and kissed the Baba's cheeks. That is there in the picture. One of the pictures, I don't know, in 3 Incredible
I
Days
see.
or some picture. Yeah,
I see. Yes.
yeah. And you are talking about the girl is Alka, that is
Yes.
elder daughter of Dan, Alka.
You are right. You are right. Yes, Alka. Yes,
Yeah.
you are right. Mm.
Thank you, Kaka. Thank you very much.
Jai Baba.
Meher Baba.
Jai Baba. Jai
Uma
Baba.
has a hand up here. Uma?
Sorry.
Uma has something to say here.
Yes. Jai Baba Pratap uncle.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
I'm one of your favorite listeners too.
Oh, thank you.
After
Thank
let's
you.
have some relief after Merchant announcing so many joining Baba.
Yes, that is mostly about joining Baba.
About
Letters of
joining
joining Baba.
Baba. I know.
Yes, yes.
Next time when you're with us, I would request you to sing that song of yours that we are very busy in our daily schedule that we get no time to talk to you. And Bibi Bache, something like that. You remember? Time we don't get enough time to pay attention to you.
मुझको
Bibi
समय नहीं
Bache.
Acha, I see that one. Yes.
Which one is that? Sorry.
समय
who
नहीं
told-
मिलता.
मुझको
something like
समय
समय
नहीं
नहीं
मिलता,
मिलता.
हाँ, समय
कैसे
नहीं
द्वार
मिलता.
तू मेरे, कैसे
Yeah.
द्वार तू मेरे आता है.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Next time.
I'll keep in mind. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
you.
One more, October 3rd, Saint Francis of Assisi went to God. We ce-
October 3rd.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
We celebrate
Saint
with
Francis.
them. Yes.
So October is full of events, full of
Yes.
events.
Very significant.
Practically every day. Practically every day. You know, when Baba dropped using that alphabet board, there was a very big ceremony in Satara. Very big ceremony. And very, I mean, sort of a quite both mixing with seriousness and then amusement also. A nice ceremony was there. It was not just simply stopped using that board. It was with ceremoniously he had dropped that use of that board. That was in Satara.
I think next Saturday when you comes, you just talk about discarding Babas, and also last message Baba has given on the alphabet board, and also Baba has given the 0 to our Kotwal.
Yes.
Naji Kotwal's father, Sevak Kotwal.
Savak.
Yeah.
Meherchand,
Yes.
Jai Baba.
Jai Meher Baba, Kundati Di.
Tomorrow Nafde Sahab birthday also.
Oh, Jai Meher Baba. Yeah.
And he death anniversary same Bhav Kalchuri, 23rd
Yeah.
October.
And
Yeah.
one more
Nafde
thing
ji.
is,
Nafde
one more, two more people Baba likes. One of the leader is Mahatma Gandhi's birthday too, and Lal Bahadur
Tomorrow.
Shastri's birthday too.
Lal Bahadur
Second-
Shastri.
Yeah,
Lal Bahadur
second
Shastri.
Shastri. Yeah.
My father also.
Yeah.
And our Mehernath Kanchuri's birthday too somewhere
Yeah.
in October.
Thank you
October
so
is a
much,
busy month.
Prasad. It was lovely. Always lovely to hear what you have to say. Thank you.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Jai Meher Baba.
Amen.
Jai Baba.
Jai Meher Baba Kaka. Avtar Meher
Jai
Thank
Baba.
you so
Jai
much,
Baba.
Pratap uncle.
Jai
So we will
Uh,
conclude with 3 times Avtar Mere Baba Ki Jai. Everybody
Yes.
can unmute themselves.
Yes, please.
Avatar.
Avtar
Avtar
Mere
Mere
Baba
Baba
Ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Avtar
Avtar Meher Baba
Mere
Ki
Baba
Jai.
Ki Jai.
our
Avtar Mere
Mere
Baba
Baba
Ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Thank you so much, Pratap uncle, for this beautiful
Thank you all
evening.
of you. Thank you all of
Thank you,
you.
Pratap Kaka. Thank you, Ganesh. In Baba's love.
Nothing really to thank me.
No, I said
Hmm.
thank you, Baba. Thank you, Ganesh, in Baba's love.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, beloved Baba.
Thank you, beloved Baba.
Hmm. Beautiful. Betty, you need to stop the recording.